It is 7:17. Well, how safe are your kids on the internet? Everyday children are suffering abuse online. Much of this is from sexual predators who target young kids. Well, one young Canberra girl is joining the global fight to stop this online abuse. At the request of federal police, we'll use just her first name, Rebecca. Rebecca, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us.
That's okay.
Just give us an idea of how safe kids are online. We've seen a story this morning in the news where a 40-year-old man's been arrested after grooming a 14-year-old girl and they were planning to meet. So how dangerous is the net?
Well, I think it really depends on whereabouts a child lives. Depending on the country that a child lives, depends on how much protection they get. I think Australia is actually pretty good when it comes to online protection. I think the children here are a lot safer than they are in other countries.
And where is it worse? Where are children living that's very unsafe?
Well, I think the level of protection actually varies really quite greatly. In Italy, for example, they have nowhere near the level of protection. I recently attended a congress in London which drew children from all over the world to discuss this issue, and the children from Italy were surprised at the level of protection that we took for granted here in Australia.
Wow, well that's one comforting thing, I think, for parents over here. Now, not only you've been to London, you're also heading off to Brazil to attend a conference there on child abuse online. Tell us about some of the practical measures that you'll be talking about there.
Well, at the conference in Brazil, I'll be presenting what's known as the Children and Young Persons Global Charter to do with internet safety, and some of the measures that we've suggested in that charter, which was ultimately a result of the Congress in London, are measures such as the report abuse button, and what this would be a small little icon placed on the browsers of just placed in the toolbar of all web browsers that children would be able to access if they did find themselves in a threatening situation online. So in just 2 clicks, they'd be able to report the situation to their local law enforcement agency to know that their issue would be dealt with effectively and quickly.
That's a great idea. The other ones you've got internet safety guidelines posted online, global safety education classes in schools, minimum global law enforcement standards. So do you think there needs to be a global standard for protecting children? And maybe, I don't know, do we use ours as a bit of a benchmark?
Yeah, definitely. I think Australia does have one of the leading levels of protection in the world. But I think, children all over the world are entitled and deserve the same level of protection. So I think what we're really trying to achieve is a minimum standard for all countries so that no matter where a child lives, they receive the same level of protection.
Rebecca, just a quick one before I let you go. Do you think parents and children need to be more educated about the dangers, particularly parents?
I think they do. I do know that people are aware of the dangers that can occur online, but I think the awareness does need to be increased because the internet is an ever-changing thing. It's growing every day and there are always new threats out there. So I think children and parents need to remain aware and need to remain educated.
Well done to you, Rebecca. Good luck in Brazil.
Thank you very much.
Hope it goes really well, and you're doing a great thing, so well done.
Thank you very much.